My name's Zach. We're here at Park Street Studio, and I am joined with the founder of Indigo Flood, the band that is going to be playing for the first show of our autumn series. And Say, how you doing today, Anna?
Good, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So tell us a little bit about Indigo Flood, how you guys started, and how that came to be.
Sure, so I am from the Twin Cities, and I really wanted to start a band when I went to college. And so I decided to go to Columbia in downtown Chicago. And so that's where I ended up meeting all my bandmates my freshman year. And then we just bonded over our love of blues music, artists like B.B. King, Susan Tedeschi, all that amazing music. And then, the band has continued over the last 5 years or so, and now we are here.
Nice. Did you guys start like over the pandemic, or was it earlier than that?
It was about 2 years before, or our last show before the pandemic was, I think, February of 2020, I want to say. Yeah. So we had a good year and a half before that.
Cool. Let's say, because you guys released your first 2-track like single EP that was 22, and then earlier this year you came out with an album, full album. So how was that experience? Kind of what was the start to finish? It's this writing the songs, recording, all of that.
Yeah, so we recorded our first 2 tracks actually at Columbia, and so when we first decided we had some songs that we wanted to record. I wrote one of them, which was called Naked Blazer, and then the other one, when he comes down, our guitarist, Tiago, who ended up moving to LA. He's back now, which is super fun, but he wrote the other one, and we were kind of just like, let's just try it, and let's see how it turns out. And so we had recording resources like at school that we could use, and we just kind of all got together in a practice room, mic'd everything, and just ran a bunch of takes, and that's kind of what happened. That's kind of what you hear in the recordings. And so then we did that, and we were like, okay, this turned out okay. And so then we just got all of our other songs together, and then June of 2023 is when we recorded our album.
Gotcha. And did you record that at Columbia as well, or did you go to a different studio?
We went to this amazing studio in Tolono, Illinois, kind of near Champaign. It's called Earth Analog.
Near Champaign. I
Yeah.
know where that's at.
Yeah, and that was a really, really great experience.
Nice. Well, so you just released an album earlier this year, just been playing shows. I guess, is there any big things that are coming next for Indigo Flood?
Well, we're writing some more, so that's kind of the big thing for us. We got a couple shows coming up in Chicago. We got one at Cubby Bear in November 21st, I think it is. That's our next big show coming up. But yeah, just trying to write some more. I really thought I was gonna take more of a break from that once the last album came out, but I'm already so excited to do the next one.
Yeah, it just never stops. Once you finish recording, you're like, okay, now we can just play these, but then, you just keep writing songs, keep playing no matter what. Well, nice. What's like a favorite memory of the band, either playing a show or recording, or something funny that happened?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably. Oh, so one of my favorite memories from recording was there's this song that we did on our album called Collage, and it's a Joe Walsh cover. Oh, cool. It's an old James Gang tune, and we recorded it, and everyone in the studio was in a different room. So Gracie and Sophie and I were in the control room on the vocals, and I was on guitar. Sophie was on keys as well. And let's see. And then we also had our drummer, guitar player, and let's see, who else was in the main room? I think it was just drums, bass, guitar in like just the main studio room. And then horns were in the, what's it called? Like the patio, or like the front room of the studio.
They always have the like A, B, C rooms that are in there. Yeah.
And then Gabe, our conga player, there wasn't enough space to put Gabe in his own room. And so we wanted the live take of that song to have cowbell in the live take, like for the energy.
Yeah.
And so we put Gabe in the stairway. And
nice.
so that was fun. And then he did the congas after that. But so after we recorded all that, we were in the control room, and our engineer, James, at Earth Analog, who is amazing, he just, like for fun, isolated my guitar solo at the end of Collage, which is super fuzzed out, along with just the cowbell. And the two of them, like, stood alone together, and it was beautiful.
It just almost could be its own song.
Yeah.
Solo guitar and cowbell.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an idea for the next album.
Yeah. I could have listened to that for a while.
That's awesome.
It was so funny.
That's cool. Yeah, the recording experience is definitely something different than live. Do you prefer one of the either, like performing live or recording?
I would say performing for sure. I think I prefer, not that I prefer it, but I think I started this band, and like I think the whole thing for me is that I've always just like wanted to be in a band, and that's why I started playing music in the first place. Just having that community and like the energy of the shows and like kind of playing off of each other, and you totally get that in recording as well, but just the energy of the room, and in like the live shows you can try new things and new sounds, and it's always just so fun to see what happens because you never really know what's gonna happen, and so when something goes unexpected and it works, it's just like such a cool moment when it's live, because then it just like goes away.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's just
I mean,
like
I
something.
couldn't agree more. I mean, I love live shows because it is, especially when the band does just kind of improvise, or you have those inflection moments that you don't have on the recording. It's like, oh, well, that's just reserved for that, that live experience. Well, I would say, who are some, I'm always curious with musicians, who some of your like favorite artists, whether like influential to the band or maybe like local artists as well that you played with, who are some favorites of yours?
Yeah. So let's see. Well, I mentioned Susan Tedeschi earlier. She's one of my favorite artists, and she's from the Tedeschi Trucks Band. Just an amazing, amazing singer and guitar player. And let's see, John Schofield is another big guitar player.
Classic.
For me. I just love his playing so much. And then Kirk Fletcher is also another guitarist for me who has influenced my playing so much. And I actually saw him at Rosa's Lounge in Chicago, which was a really cool experience because he brought up so many people to sit in with him, and it was just such a fun night.
Dang. Well, are you excited for tonight? I know it's going to be a fun show, and I think you guys are going to kill it. I remember seeing you at the Cooperage and talked to Will and was saying we gotta have you guys out here.
Yeah, I'm so excited to play, and I feel like as a band we've just been gelling more recently, and so we just get to have fun. Like it's just so fun.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see it, and thanks for coming to Park Street Studios.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Awesome.
Great cutting.
Beautiful. We killed it. Boom.